Time for some 1.5 notes, linear equations, functions, zeros, and applications. So we're going to go ahead and solve two linear equations up here. This first one has some fractions in it, so I always like to get rid of the fractions first. It makes it way easier for me. So when I want to get rid of fractions in an equation, I'm going to go ahead and multiply by whatever's on the bottom. So I'm going to multiply by a 4 and by a 5. Because both denominators have a 4 and a 5. You can do it by 20, but you'll see that I'm just going to go ahead and simplify things right away. So I'm going to take 3 times 4 times 5 divided by 4, x, minus 1 times 4 times 5 equals 7 times 4 times 5 divided by 5. So I multiplied every single term by 4 and 5, so the equation is still true.
Staff, just a friendly reminder that our nuts and bolts sessions will begin
I can go ahead and simplify this first fraction. The 4's cancel, leaving me with 15x minus 20
so once again, nuts and bolts session will begin at 10 o'clock. If people can start making their way there,
28.
that would be great, so they can start on time.
Then I'm going to try to isolate x. I'm going to try to get x alone. So I'm going to add 20 to both sides. And I get 15x equals 48. Divide both sides by 15. So I'm going to get that x equals 48 divided by 15, but that can reduce. Reduce that x is equal to 16 divided by 5. All right, in example B, I'm going to go ahead and distribute both of those. So I get 10x minus, oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't have an x in it. Let's try that again. 2 times 5 is 10 minus 6x equals 8. Distribute that negative 3 minus 3x minus 6. Let's go ahead and combine our like terms on that right side of the equation. 10 minus 6x equals 8 minus 6 is going to be 2 minus 3x. I'm going to go ahead and add 3x to both sides. 10 equals negative, oh, how about 10 minus 3x equals 2. Subtract that 10. Negative 3x equals negative 8. Divide by negative 3. X is positive 8/3. Okay. Special cases. We've got two special cases where we might get an infinite or all solution and a no solution. So an infinite solution would be where the variable goes away, but you're left with something that is a true statement, like 5 equals 5. That would be an all solution. A no solution, the variable goes away, but maybe you're left with 4 equals 7. Well, that doesn't make sense. That is not true, so that would be a no solution. So let's go ahead and look at example 2. If I were to go ahead and add 24x to both sides, the variable eliminates here, so I'm left with 7 equals 17. That would be a no solution. That does not make sense. That is not equivalent, so there is not an answer that you could plug in that would work for that equation. If I add 1/3 x to both sides here, that leaves me with 3 equals 3. Well, that would be an infinite solution or an all solution because no matter what you plug in, it will always be true. All right, I'm going to give you these formulas, and then that's all we're going to do for our online notes today. So motion and distance, distance equals rate times time. Distance equals your rate times time. Simple interest, I equals P times R times T. Interest equals the principal times your rate times time. And then we'll talk about these word problems and how we use those when we come back to class. Thanks for watching.